Sorry. Hello, I am Lieutenant Vladimir of the Soviet 28th Army, addressing you. So, the battle when the evil fascists invaded was August 23rd, 1942 to February 2nd, 1943. It was when the German 6th and German 4th Panzer Regiment invaded my homeland and destroyed our beautiful city of Stalingrad. The Germans were led by German General Friedrich Paul, and the Soviets were led by George Zhukov and Zatsy Zhukov, brave generals in the fight for our country. Operation Uranus was a Soviet military plan to completely surround and cut off the supplies for the 225,000 Germans that were in the city. Both the Germans and the Russians were not prepared for the war ahead of them. They did not have proper winter clothing, and the Soviets did not have proper equipment for their men. The Soviet one-gun policy. Each Soviet was giving a Mosin-Nagant bolt-action rifle, while the other soldier was given a stripper clip. The whole idea being that the soldier with the Mosin would die, and you'd load the stripper clip into the rifle and continue fighting. Luftwaffe bombed Stalingrad relentlessly, but to no effect. It just made more easier hiding places for snipers. Stalin ordered number 227 that each man seen retreating from Stalingrad be shot and killed. Operation Barbarossa started on June 22nd, 1941, the same day that Napoleon had invaded Russia 129 years earlier. Like Napoleon, the German supply line was too stretched out and too complicated for the Germans to defend or keep up with, making it easier for the Soviets to cut off the supply lines and to prevent the German soldiers from getting winter clothing and proper food.
I am Coach Brown from Athens Christian School.
That's good to know. We were talking about the Battle of Stalingrad today. One of my main questions is conditions for both the Russian and the German.
So the Battle of Stalingrad of 1943, and it was one of the coldest on records. The Russians were much more equipped to have better coats, and they had shorter supply lines as well. So very rough and very difficult conditions.
Air superiority. Compared to the Russians and the Germans, who had the best air force?
So out of the two, the Red Army didn't really have the greatest air force. So the Luftwaffe and their planes had a much better air force and air superiority during the war.
I see. And weapons and tanks. What was the best tank to be in?
So weaponry-wise, the Germans made a great Panzer, but however, the Russian T-34 was a complete game changer for the Battle of Stalingrad, and it was much more maneuverable because it was reliable. The Panzers often broke down.
Okay, and survival. Out of all survivor, who?
All right, so out of survival rates, the Russians lost over 1.1 million soldiers. That's not even including soldiers lost or wounded. And the Germans lost about 747,000. So the Russians lost more, but because of the overwhelming force, they did end up winning the Battle of Stalingrad.
Honorable mention, the best German sniper was named Erwin Kahn, and the best Russian sniper was a man by the name of Zatsy Zatsev. One man's death is a tragedy, but a million is a statistic. Joseph Stalin. Hello, I am Lieutenant Dmitri, and today, Soviets have captured Adolf Hitler at Stalingrad. Now, he has been executed before, but it has failed. So now we use Soviet invention, Mosin-Nagant, to finally put him down. And remember, kids, even Dmitri uses hearing protection. Alright. Adolf Hitler versus Mosin-Nagant. Now.
Come on, Dmitri!
I'm trying! I'm just a little drunk! Let's go see what Mosin-Nagant did to him. Follow me.